Hey guys, this is Noob Nerd here, and today I'll be looking at the Comic Con, the last Comic Con video we'll be doing. Remaining shows that I haven't done yet, except for Glass. I'll be doing a separate video on that when I do my Unbreakable review, because I just watched that recently. So yeah, that'll be my upcoming videos. But today we'll be having our last Sdcc video, and it has met my expectations. I think everyone's expectations, and even exceeded some with surprise announcements such as the Clone Wars and stuff like that. But we've already gone through that. Today we'll be going through Iron Fist, The Flash, the rest of the DC CW universe, and Young Justice. So yeah, let's just get on with it. And today, well, first of all, we're going to be starting off with, let's see, The Flash. The Flash, my favourite DC CW universe. It has dwindled in quality. Season 3, Season 4. I did like Season 3 for its interesting concept. Season 4 was the worst one in my opinion. Just because I'm a sucker for future sabotage shit. I don't know what. Oh, excuse my language there. But yeah. Season 4, it had some excellent ideas, but it's just execution wasn't there. But now we have the Season 5 trailer. And in terms of new footage, I think it did a good job of doing a lot of new footage. I think they filmed The Flash first. I think that's why. Because I think most Comic Cons, the Flash always gets the most of the new footage or something like that. And yeah, we get, what do we have? We have, yes, Nora. And she is being portrayed as the Martin McFly character, and she does have that vibe, some vibrancy. She seems a breath of fresh air. It's weird. They always get like really like good looking actors and actresses to be in the Flash. It's really cool. But they're all good actors in their own right, not just a pretty face. And yeah, she does seem to be someone who's just really just unaware of what she is aware, but she's like in the past she's just like looking at everything, touching everything. She wants to see what it was like for someone maybe she wasn't really like in tune with her dad and mom. Maybe something happened in the future that caused them to be a bit of a split. Apparently there might be a bit of distance between her and Iris maybe. And of course with Barry, he might be dead. I think something's happened that she has caused a mistake, that Barry has a unsatisfactory fate in the future. Hopefully we see the future this time, more of that. Maybe not loads, but just a bit. Just give us a few tidbits here and there. And maybe she has a brother, maybe she doesn't. In the comics there are twins, but we'll see what happens there. Impulse, maybe she could be filling the role of Impulse, the future Kid Flash, but XS is her name. I think that's based on another character, but yeah, it's very cool, very interesting logo. And she does end up with the Legion of Superheroes in the comics, or XS character does in the comics, but I don't know if they'll do that. Let's see what else. What else? Oh, Cisco with his one-liners. I love how at the end of season 4, everyone's just like, oh, he's like Barry's like reaction to like when Nora was like, oh yeah, I'm your daughter, and he just raises his eyebrows like, oh, interesting. This just gets better and better, doesn't it? So yeah, it looks like it'll be just carrying over straight from season 4, which is a cool way to do it. We haven't really seen that before, so yeah, just no time jump whatsoever. And what else? So yeah, she is keeping a secret. She is keeping a secret, and she did try and keep it from him because she said, "Oh, my poker face is that bad, huh?" And yeah, Barry needs to know, and I'm guessing it's something to do with that future newspaper. That'll be her way of showing him what has gone wrong, because the newspaper's probably changed. You see in the trailer they're both in the room with Barry looking worried and Nora just standing by herself, probably after Barry's just left in awe of what he's seeing. And yeah, I think one of the I hope it's not like a rip off of like season 3 where it's like they try and change the future. Maybe it'll be like a subplot. Hopefully the main plot is sorting out Cicada. Maybe Cicada is the problem in the future to some extent, from what Nora did. And let's just talk about Cicada, who's the main villain. If you don't know, is in the comics, but of course when they translate it to TV, it could be completely different. Think Savitar. Savitar was a completely different person in the comics than he was in the TV show, and etc. etc. So yeah, don't take what the comics takes, and because first of all, the look is completely different. In the comics, he's a bearded old man, almost like a sensei, almost like a wizard. But here, he seems to be a mixture between Bane and Darth Vader, which is two of my favorite villains. So Why not? Why not? But hopefully it's not just a rip off. Something happened maybe that it's cool that they got a disfigurement, but once again it might be a bit of like, oh, same thing happened with other villains and stuff. I really hope we get a female villain one. So I'll be talking about that later with Legends of Tomorrow. Cicada comes in. It looks like a children's room. Either it's maybe he's got a child. That would be a cool dynamic to see. Seeing how this villain deals with a child. We've seen it over in Supergirl with Rain as well. I haven't finished Supergirl season 1. I'll be talking about that later. Getting sidetracked. But yeah, maybe he has a child. That's cool. And in the comics, he does have a family of some sort with his wife that he technically abuses or something like that. And that has something to do with his powers. So in the comics, he has immortality powers and the lightning bolt daggers that he has, as shown in the trailer. I think the scene was cut from season 4 and they just put it in this trailer. The lightning bolt daggers, I don't really see how that fits because I haven't actually read the comics. I don't know what. I don't really want to research it. I just want to like see the show and see how they do this. Like why is there lightning coming out? How did he get his powers? I'm assuming it's from the Speed Force storm. Maybe that gave him some kind of connection to Speed Force, but he's not necessarily a speedster. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. We'll see. And maybe that gave him his disfigurement in his face as well as his powers. He blames metas for all the problems of the world. In like, I think hopefully that's how it is in the comics. That's his incentive to go out and do stuff. Maybe his wife died because of like intervention by metas, something like that. And yeah, of course the hoodie and the Bane like mask is, I think it's just a placeholder maybe. We've got our actor Calvin Klein. It's not Calvin Klein, but his last name's Klein. I forgot his first name. Sorry, but yeah, he seems to be experienced actor. So yeah, we'll see about him. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. I just really hope it just gets back to season 1, season 2 roots. And you can see by the views of the trailers, the Comic Con trailers, that Arrow got the most with 1.2 million views, and none of the other TV shows even got close to that. With the Flash being the second highest, obviously, with 500k. If it was last year, it would have been the other way around, in my opinion. But that just tells you. I'm not saying the Flash is going to be cancelled soon or Arrow's going to go on until like season 10 or something. But all I'm saying is that tells you how much of like the popularity has been lost and gained due to like quality of the actual show. And of course, there are fans of the Flash still. I've seen a lot of people in the comment sections in other videos that really like Flash season 4 and season 3, but there's definitely more people who are on board who have just gone off board because of just lack of cohesion, filler episodes, characters doing things that they shouldn't, making questionable mistakes, especially Barry Allen when he clearly has incentive. When he has super speed, sometimes he just does stuff which is like, you've got super speed, mate. You do something. Don't just stand there like a puppy. Don't just listen for everyone else to say something to you for you to actually do it. You can do it yourself, mate. It's just frustrating things like that sometimes that can get to people. An Iris character or all that. I don't mind Iris character how she's been handled, but the writer's clearly known about like the backlash, so they're making her back to a reporter. I think it'll be interesting to see how Cisco develops. I want to see Cisco develop as a character to some extent. I don't want him just to be the comic relief. Same for Ralph as well. It seems in season 4 he was just moaning about the same thing in like a couple of episodes in a row. It was like, you've learnt your lesson last episode, but then you do the same thing. Inconsistencies. CW. What can I say? These characters are good. They are. I'm not. No character is bad in this show. It's just that the lack of execution is just really, just, it's really getting to me, and it gets a lot of people as well. And of course, Caitlyn. People are already speculating that this villain is her father or related to her in some way, which makes sense. Or maybe we're definitely gonna know more about her family and how she got the Killer Frost powers from when she was a kid. Maybe that was a result of Flashpoint. The timeline changed, and therefore the new timeline made it out that Caitlyn became Killer Frost before the actual experiments and all that. The particle accelerator explosion. Yes, that's what it is. Well, enough from the Flash. We're gonna be moving on to the other CW shows. Okay, Black Lightning. I've already watched a couple of episodes. I'm not really like into binging it and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't finished it. I'm just not really into it. I don't know why. It just seems too similar to other shows. Luke Cage, you know, Arrow maybe, but apparently lots of people like it. So yeah, hopefully that carries on strong. But I can't really say anything much considering I haven't actually watched a lot of it. Arrow, I'm finishing season 1 up. Haven't finished it yet. I think it's really good. I really like Slade Wilson and Oliver Queen relationship in season 1. But I haven't actually watched season 2, 3, or 4, 5. But I sort of know what's going on from like clips and stuff to keep up of like when crossovers happen and stuff. Oh, speaking of crossovers, Batwoman, really excited. That's a whole nother video in itself. Can't wait. We'll see who do they cast for that. It's a good replacement for Bruce Wayne if they can't have Bruce Wayne obviously on CW because licensing or just not licensing, like they're just not allowed because they're using it for the movies. So yeah, hopefully they have a good reason to why we can't see Bruce Wayne. Maybe he's like injured or something. Yeah, enough about that. But yeah, Arrow, still can't say anything about that. But what I can say is that obviously I said it was the most popular video, 1.2 million views. So that says that how Arrow's up the quality as well. And it seems to me that Arrow and Flash are following the same like course. That like season 1 and season 2 were apparently very good, and then season 3, season 4 just really dwindled, and then season 5 returns to its best thing. So yeah, returns to his best. So yeah, that's cool. He seems to me he's in prison, so that's interesting. But hopefully it's not too copied from the trial of the Flash. I don't think it will be. Arrow's more of a hardcore character, so yeah. And Roy Harper, he's coming back. I've just got to the stage in season 1 where he's introduced. So yeah, he's a cool character. He's returning after all these seasons that apparently the actor left or something. So yeah, that should be interesting. What other shows? Supergirl. Supergirl. I watched season 1. I got to like 3/4 of season 2. I just lost interest in my opinion. I don't know why. Even though arguably it's better than Flash season 4, but I don't know. I was really more invested in Flash characters than Supergirl characters. I do like it. It's just that I feel like I've seen it before, like with and the villain Rain. I just didn't really like her. Like I like the alter ego with the normal person with her kid, and it was cool having a villain having a kid. But I just didn't like the whole she's possessed, she's not really evil, or love is the key to this. Maybe it's like she's not actually a villain, but she's possessed to be a villain, and then she's like, I just didn't really like it. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't like it. I just lost interest. I need to finish that. I need to finish it. I do like the show Supergirl. I really like it, but it's just like I don't know why. I just really wasn't into like what they were trying to do and everything. But in this trailer, obviously, um, Agent Liberty, who's someone who doesn't like aliens, which really makes sense in the show because if you have seen the show, obviously aliens come down, aliens are becoming heroes or villains, and it makes sense that someone would rise up and be like, "Oh wait, these aliens are just causing mayhem. It doesn't matter about heroes or villains. They should be wiped out, and the humans should be the only species on this earth, as well as the animals, obviously." But yeah, Agent, that would make sense, and that would happen in real life. I think that's a believable thing. Hopefully, in CW, don't make it too unbelievable what he's trying to do, and try and make him out to be a clear cut villain. Because you have some room there to explore the character and be like, oh, he's a villain, but he's a bad guy. He's doing bad things, but you understand why he's doing bad things. That's the classic thing, isn't it? So yeah, Sam Witwer, who'd done a lot of Star Wars voiceover work. He was in the Force Unleashed. Clone Wars, obviously, he's such a beloved guy in the cult in pop culture. Well, not pop culture. I mean, like the cult community. He's such a good actor. I like how he's getting more on-screen roles. He deserves it, and I really can't wait to see him in this role. I think he's gonna smash it. I really think so. And we have Supergirl in a new costume. And I was first of all because I hadn't finished season 3. I was like, oh, is that someone else maybe trying to take up the mantle of Supergirl or Superman? Because we've seen in the comics how like other people are trying to wear the insignia of the Superman or Supergirl or the symbol of L, House of L. Like we've seen in the comics, Lex Luthor takes over with his own mechanized suit. So maybe I was like, or maybe Lena Luthor's gone. But apparently it is Carver. She's getting a new suit. Apparently she's using it for like maybe for space travel, which would make sense. Aliens coming down. Maybe she goes up herself. That'll be an interesting route to explore. Or but apparently there have been set photos. I've seen set photos of her on the ground though, so I'm like, maybe it's just a temporary thing. I'm not sure. I haven't finished season 3. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, but it does seem intriguing. So I might finish Supergirl season 3 by the end of the summer or before it starts. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But for a show that I have fully watched as well as The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. It's a great show. I think it improves season by season. I still like season 2 the most though, because Legion of Doom is just Flash characters. Black Flash was the first Flash. John Barrowman, who's from Doctor Who, from my favorite show. So all the things added together to make the best thing ever. Season 2, but season 3 is very good as well. Love how Constantine's getting in, and the trailer does give some footage, limited at least, but we see Mick in his usual state. I love how his almost meta joke saying, "Oh, 4 years we've been doing this. It's getting boring now." It was like, your job's not boring. It's just he's a great comedic character. But hopefully he gets somewhat of a storyline to see. We've had hints of him romancing with other characters on the ship. I don't know why. I really want him to get his own like storyline. I don't want him just to be comedic, even though it does work really well. It's just I want to see him do something. Let's see what's going on. What else? Sarah, I like how she's the leader now. Rick, not Rick. What's his name? Captain Hunter. Yeah, Rip Hunter. He's gone. He's dead. And I think that's the right call. I think yeah, season 1 he was shown to be not the best leader. Season 2, season 3 they found a good way to incorporate him without showing him too much. But I feel like they didn't know really what to do with him in the long run, in the long term. So I think it's best that he died. Gave him a noble sacrifice to Malice and stuff like that. That's just 3 seasons. Let's move on. And yeah, I do like the actor obviously because he was in Doc 2. So yeah, hopefully he gets more work in other shows. What else? Maybe there's a possibility we could see him like as a time travel thing. I have a feeling they might do that, but we'll see. What else? Ava. Yeah, Ava's gonna be a series regular thing. Yeah, she's a good character. Adds love interest to Sarah. I like her a lot. What else? What else? Like the villain. We don't know who the villain's gonna be, but we assume it's gonna be a magical thing. I like how the Constantine's joining in. And he's one of the legends, but he's not actually on the ship. But I really like him. I really want him to stay. I need to watch Constantine, man. I'm not really into that, but like when I see him in the show, I'm just blown away at how good his character is. He just gets you. He's like one of those characters that really like pull you into the screen every time you watch him or hear him, hear his voice. He just opens a whole another door of possibilities in the show, and yeah, and Pagey is a YouTube channel that focuses on CW stuff, and he suggested that the Queen of Fables, who's an obscure villain, could be the villain of Legends of Tomorrow. She's a female, and she's like a magical character and does stuff. So I think she could be a good villain, but we don't really know who the villain is, except that they're probably going to be from the magical realm, as Malice did last time. Hopefully we see Bebo, the return of Bebo, who's the one true god, as I saw one YouTube comment say. Yeah, he's really captured the hearts of all Legends fans, and hopefully he has cool Easter eggs in the new season. Considering his popularity grew after that amazing last episode. Don't tell me that last episode was really ridiculous, because it wasn't ridiculous. It was amazing. It was bloody amazing. It was ridiculous and amazing. Because why not? It's Legends, and with this whole magical side to it, it gives. I think also with another meta joke that Captain Atom said. He said, "Oh, it'll be good for our ratings." Obviously, talking about their relationship with the Bureau and other reputation, not just ratings in like actual ratings of the show. And so yeah, it could give like the magical side, them dealing with threats of that magnitude. It gives them like a purpose, not just screwing up things for the better. Maybe just they sort out the magical stuff, and it gives them a purpose, if you know what I mean. Maybe that's a cool little storyline. The Legends having another identity crisis, as you speak. Well, if that makes sense. What else? The pony. Yes, we need more ponies. Very good. Very good. A pet, maybe. That's cool. That could be a cool pet or something. Like a pet of the Legends. Why not? And like they all ride it. Oh. Yeah, my head's getting sidetracked. Yeah, I think that's enough for the CW universe. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be very cool. What should we move on? We should move on to Marvel. Iron Fist. Season 2. At first, I was a bit disappointed by the trailer, but really, it was just a date announcement and just something to just give you something at least. So after subsequent viewings, I wasn't too mad about the trailer. It's just that maybe I was expecting a bit more, but yeah, we'll see an actual trailer in the coming weeks. It just shows that Danny Rand. I really like season 1 of Iron Fist. I'm one of those people who really liked it. I don't know why. I see why people don't like it, but I really like it. It has a few issues, but I think it was decent. It got me hooked, in my opinion. I don't know why. And for some reason, I was into the business thing. I like the business thing contrasting the kung fu. I don't know why. Lots of people find that just a turn off, but I liked it. Danny Rand, I really like. I wish they openly said it in the trailer itself, but he is taken over from Matt Murdock, who's apparently dead, obviously, but we all know he isn't. Season 3, it's very cool. They have Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil all in the same year. I think if they manage to pull that off with all good seasons, that's amazing. Because I really like Luke Cage season 2, Jessica Jones so far. So I really can't wait for these next 2 shows. So yeah, if you want me to do Luke Cage review, comment below. I think I'll probably be doing it because I've watched it recently and I really liked it, so I really want to talk about that. So yeah, I really like how Danny Rand was portrayed in that show. Gave him a vibrancy, gave him a refreshing tone, as I said earlier for Nora and Flash. He's like a new character. He's like I like how he's saying, almost like a message to the viewers who maybe didn't like Iron Fist beforehand. It's like, oh, he's new now. He's like he's in tune with the New York. He wants to be part of it. He wants to really not just be like, oh, I'm the immortal Iron Fist, sworn enemy of the hand. So the hand are dealt with now, so he can focus on just protecting the city and facing other threats. His costume is confirmed as well. It just didn't show in the trailer, so that's why the trailer was a bit lackluster. The fighting was a bit meh. Apparently they have improved the fighting, but it didn't really show it there. But I guess it's just him punching because these are just low life thugs, to be honest. So yeah. So it makes sense that he wouldn't really use his best kung fu techniques until like the best fighters come against him. I like the last shot where I really like that effect. Really cool effect. I think they handled that perfectly in the Netflix universe so far. So yeah. What else? Colleen Wing. I really want to see her. She's a great character. She's gonna be with Misty Knight, and Misty Knight is coming over from Luke Cage to Iron Fist. I really like her character, so the more of her, the better. The more of them together, the better. It fits with the comics. It makes sense to be teasing. They've been building upon it. Let's bring them together. These 2 badass women, well-developed women, fighting together, helping Danny Rand throughout New York to try and fill Daredevil's shoes. It's gonna be very cool. And I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, what else to talk about? Iron Fist, maybe. No, I just really like the idea of Daredevil just being gone, Danny Rand just stepping up. Maybe we'll see how he does with the business. Of course, we still have the other villains, Bakuto, who turned bad, I think, and his female mate. I forgot her name, to be honest. She was a rather forgettable character, but yeah, I don't know why she turned evil. Someone remind me. Yeah, I think that's enough of that. I don't know how to segue to Young Justice, because Young Justice is like it's just its own thing in it. It's just like its own universe. It's DC universe, but like animated perfection. It's just perfection, isn't it? The recap just said you could say it was a bit too long recap, but it's just like reminded me of just greatness, just absolute greatness. This Aqualad shot, the shot where he's just coming from the water is just mind blowing. I really hope they recreate that for Aquaman or for Aqualad. Maybe he'll be introduced in the DCEU, but it'll be hard to take the place of the Young Justice version because he's fantastic. He's got a new beard now, new locks, cool new look. I do like his previous look, but it does show there's a time jump and it looks different. It looks cool. Superboy. Hopefully they give him something else to do, because he does seem like the blandest one. But I do like when he just fully unleashes his strength, and I like his costume as well, just the black with the red logo. I just really like. I need to get a shirt of that. That's a very good shirt. What else? Just well developed characters. People like characters you wouldn't really associate with being a, like it gives you, it's the DC universe. It just gives you, it's just an easy. These first two seasons were very good, and I'm so glad season 3's here. And it gives you like characters that you wouldn't normally know, such as um, Sportsmaster. Like Sportsmaster, like who the hell's that? But he's a fantastic character in the show. And yeah, Tigress, who the hell's that? Oh wait, turns out Tigress is Artemis, and Artemis is a great character. I never knew who Artemis was. And at Arsenal, all these characters who I wouldn't even like consider to be a good, cool character, but they just portrayed him so cool, with all the big Justice League in the background for once, and like focusing on these other characters, these so-called psychics who are now grown up and really just taking their own stride in things, and that's so cool. And Blue Beetle, obviously, it'll see him trying to redeem himself from him being like programmed to be evil in the last season by the Reach. Kid Flash, Impulse, who's taking over from Wally Shoes. Whether Wally comes back, I don't know. He might come back in like a flashback or something. But whether he actually comes back for real is another question. They haven't introduced the Speed Force yet, so maybe that's something through Impulse's character. Then he realizes he's in the Speed Force. Maybe Wally West. Wally West's such a cool character, so yeah. Hopefully he comes back. But if he doesn't come back, it's cool. Or if they wait like 5 years to bring him back in like season 7 or something, because I really want this show to go on for 7 years. They really, and it's one of those shows that can do that because it has that longevity, it has that long list of characters, and the long list of characters you clearly see by the trailer. They just show character after character after character after character, like Sensei, like a Batman villain. It's like, who's that? I don't know who these people are. Lobo, like I don't even know who he was, but now he's here and he looks really cool, and he's gonna be in the Krypton show, and that's a whole different video entirely. I'm just really, it just bombards you with just greatness, and it's not like rushed greatness. Well, sometimes it's rushed, but most of the time it's just well developed and just it fits well with what's going on. And even if they don't give you enough of what's going on, they make you intrigued to see. Oh, that character's just gone. I want to see more of him. But I love these characters that I'm following now. It's just like really cool. It's the DC universe. I'm keep on repeating that, but it is the DC universe just from a really cool perspective. Stealth mode and all that stuff. It's really, I like that. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. They showed like a glimpse. They showed a glimpse of the New Gods. I thought that was like a Transformers New God. New Gods. That's a whole different story as well. Woo! I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And let's talk about the story it's gonna have. Um, it's gonna be focused on meta-human trafficking. That's such a cool, grounded story, and that's a really cool story that I could see in my head. Young Justice, and it gives an excuse for the older characters such as Nightwing and them not to come over and come back for one last mission supposedly. But I don't think it's gonna be the one last mission. I think it's only gonna be a start of something new. Meta-human trafficking. I wouldn't be surprised if this just leads on to another storyline. But this storyline, I'm not saying the storyline's bad, but I'm just saying like it seems to be like a cool starting place, and it seems to be original concept, and once again it's, if this happened in real life, I could see that happening, but I have a feeling this is going to lead on to like something bigger and bigger and bigger, just like season 2 did, just like season 1 did, with season 1 with the building of the light, and season 2 with the Reach. Now the light is uh joined forces with Darkseid. So I think that's going to be the end game of this season, maybe, or next season, or maybe it won't. Maybe we'll just wait till season 4. That'd be interesting as well. Markovia is a country in the DC universe, is a made-up country, but they have the Princess Terra. They spelled it differently, I think, or because she's actually meant to be a character from Teen Titans. Teen Titans. I think I saw her in that contract. That animated movie, the Judas Contract or something like that. I think she was a cool character in that, so maybe they introduce her through this in a different way, as a princess who's been taken due to her meta abilities. And we have, I think, her brother or something like that. I really like the Eastern European, something daring must be done. He's like, I don't, maybe he's another comic book character, I don't know, but he sounds cool. He might be an anti-hero, someone who goes beyond the lines to try and get her sister or family member back. So yeah, it's really cool, and I could talk once again. I could talk about this for ages, Young Justice, because there's just so many possibilities. But we're not. We're gonna have to wait just a few months longer. It's gonna come out in 2019. I think they delayed it. I think Titans, they want to be the first one ever in just in 2019. So that'd be a cool start to the year. So yeah, that's enough from me. It's been a very good chat, and Comic Con's been a very good experience. Even if you haven't been in there, one day I'll make it there. One day, that's my dream. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to me throughout all these Comic Con videos. Much more to come, reviews, gaming, hopefully. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.